Nicholas Belanger, and I'm a Gauvin Scholar. I choose Aroostook because it's my family, it's my home. Help me stay in Aroostook County. Visit gauvinfund.org and donate today.
Welcome back. It's time for Aroostook Aspirations.
Good morning.
Good morning, April Flagg. How are you doing?
I'm well today. How are you?
I'm great. All right. Well, last week we took some time to discuss what kind of student Aroostook Aspirations looks for in a Gauvin Scholar.
Yes.
Let's talk about what these scholars will receive in addition to the scholarship that comes with the Gauvin Scholar Award.
That's great. I think we should. The most important factor is that we engage our scholars throughout their entire college careers. You know, audience, in Maine, 62% of all high school graduates will enroll in college, but 55% of them actually graduate and attain that degree. That is a number much lower than the demand of our workforce, both for the current workforce and the present and the future workforce. These numbers have remained consistent, though, throughout the last 2 decades. But in comparison, our Gauvin Scholars have a 97% degree attainment rate, almost double the state's average.
Well, now that is a huge difference.
Is.
Now, you said before that you engage the students.
We do.
And is that why they experience so much success?
I think so. You know, the data that we've collected backs that up as well. We asked Gauvin Scholars that were supported by Ray and Sandy Gauvin throughout their time in college, and a majority of them mentioned the mentoring and support that was provided by the Gauvins during their time in college as a major factor in the college success. Gauvin Scholars receive networking events. They receive professional development training. They receive workshops, weekend retreats that promote college skills and success, healthy habits, a networking opportunity. We work with our scholars by mentoring them, helping them with internship placements, making connections to employers, civic groups, community leaders. The program is all about reversing outward migration. We want our scholars to connect to their communities, to the peoples and the places that make Aroostook so amazing. These connections really help our students find their place in this community.
So engagement is obviously the most important.
Oh, key.
That's the most important factor. So it isn't just a check, it's a comprehensive program.
That's right.
Now let's meet the students who will benefit from that program this year.
Oh, let's meet them. First, from the southern region, we have Amber Hallstrunk from Holton High School, and adopted by the Health Services Foundation. She is heading to UMPI and is currently undecided in her major. We also have Jessica Nye from Southern Aroostook High School, a business major, also headed to UMPI in the fall. And we have Caitlin Barton from Hodgson High School. She is a business major. She's headed to UMPI. And Stephanie Redman, the Katahdin High School Gauvin Scholar, also a business major and also headed to UMPI in the fall.
Well, a southern sweep for UMPI.
Right?
Oh, that's
right.
Good stuff. All right, now what about some of the Central Aroostook students?
So last week we met Presque Island Caribous, but this week let's meet Mars Hill's Courtney Milliard. She is the Pineland Farms Gauvin Scholar, and she is headed to UMPI to major in education. Our Easton High School's Gauvin Scholars are Josh Gilman, an art major who is headed to UMPI, and the Aroostook Medical Center's Gauvin Scholar, also from Easton, Callie Ward, a biology major. She is headed to UMPI. And the Katahdin Trust Gauvin Scholar, Kerrigan Arnett, a business major, is headed to UMPI as well. Ashland Scholars, Brittany Harris, a nursing major, is headed to UMFK. And the Bangor Daily News' Gauvin Scholar, Wyatt Condon, is a computer applications major, and he's also headed to UMFK. Limestone's High School's Machias Gauvin Scholar, Annie Sinclair, is a social work major, and she's headed to UMPI. Washburn Michael Erickson is headed to NMCC to study wind power, and Washburn's Stacy Landry will also attend NMCC with Michael to focus on early childhood education.
All right, we've got about a minute left. Let's finish with the introductions with the Gauvin Scholars of the North.
Perfect. So let's start with our new business owner, Wisdom's Tyra Michaud. She just opened Tyra's Pooch Parlor, starting with business at UMFK. Van Buren's Felicia Michaud, a pre-med major at UMFK and adopted by our friends at the Hampton Inn. And to finish it off, our Fort Kent Scholars, Dustin Roy, a hydraulics major, headed to NMCC, and Sophie Willette, our last scholar from Fort Kent High School, off to UMPI with tons of interests. She is undecided.
Awesome. Amazing group of students.
Amazing.
Right there.
Unbelievable.
Now, if people want to learn more about the Scholars, what can they do?
So the first thing I would say is like us on Facebook, but also visit our website at www.gauvinfund.org. The new student spotlights should be going up this week or next week. You'll get to learn all about them. But Facebook is really great because you get to follow them all through the year, which is really cool.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, thank you so much,
Thank
April.
you.
Always a good time.
Yes, always a good time.
All right, one last look at weather. We're looking at a